Hey there, how's everybody doing? So today's topic is going to be about live captioning on the computer and on the internet. And we have seen amazing advances in live captioning in the past year or so. Let's start with Zoom. I've been teaching online martial arts classes on Zoom for the past year or so. For the first 6 months or so, captioning functions were not available on Zoom. And I found out earlier this year that live captioning was available. I immediately jumped on this because I needed to take advantage of it in case students asked me questions. Because I got to tell you, prior to the captions being available on Zoom, I sometimes had difficulty getting what my students were asking. Most of the time it was due to poor audio quality. Now with live captions, there's no doubt what they're asking. I can answer their questions and it makes my life a lot easier. Okay, I understand that other platforms similar to Zoom, like Microsoft Teams, and other platforms are employing live captioning services. To date, I don't think WebEx has captioning available yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's available soon. So this is a boon for us deaf adults, because I need captions to bridge the gap between what they're asking and what I'm understanding. It's a bridge between the two. All right. But to me, the biggest advance in the past year in terms of live captions is live captioning available on the Google Chrome browser. Now this is the game changer for me, big time. But before I go on about what Google browser, the Chrome browser has done for me, just watch the next few seconds and see how you can activate the live captioning capabilities on the Chrome browser. Okay, we're back. What effect does that have on me? A lot. So as an example, I like listening to podcasts, but only podcasts that have transcripts that can read along with the program. You see, I was born deaf. I'm heavily dependent on lip reading and captions. It's been very difficult for me to comprehend speech without lip reading. So radio shows and podcasts have been kind of off limits to me over the years because they can't catch on to what's being said. An increasing number of podcasts have provided transcripts along with their programs, which is good. Unfortunately, however, an overwhelming majority of podcasts out there do not have transcripts. This is where live captioning comes into play. You can go anywhere on the internet, on the web, tune into any podcast you wish, and listen to a podcast with the Chrome captions on. Now that's amazing. Now, there's a caveat here. The captions are not perfect, and that shouldn't be surprising. We're at the beginning of the AI age, but there's no doubt in my mind that the the live captioning function will improve in the future, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years from now. Okay? But there are things that can make the live captions work better. An example is a martial arts podcast that I watched about a month ago. And I watch a lot of them. Martial arts podcasts on YouTube. And this was interesting because the host of the podcast was not mic'd up. The guest was mic'd up. And he was wearing a headphone with the microphone. So it was interesting to see how good the captions were for the unmic'd host versus the mic'd up guest. For the unmic'd host, the captions were not so good because the audio quality coming through was not so good, wasn't as clear as the guest, who had this amazing microphone. His voice was very crisp, clear, and the captions picked up on that. The live captions for the guest was far better than the unmic'd person. So there are variables that affect how well the live captions work. The good news is that the majority of the podcasts out there involve people who are mic'd up, so the live captions should work well. Now, this is great for a person like me who is trying to get onto the path of recognizing speech without lip reading and eventually without captions. But I need the captions to bridge that gap to help me transition to a point where I can pick up speech without lip reading. Okay, so this is an amazing age that we're in. So Microsoft Teams coming out with live captions, and same with Google Chrome browser. I'm not aware of other browsers having live caption functionality yet, like Firefox or Safari. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? Anyway, this is a great age for us. There are tools that you can use in your rehabilitation efforts after your cochlear implant surgeries. So if you have any comments, please put them in the comment box below, and I'll be coming up with more topics similar to this. Have a great day.